Welcome back, everybody. We are here in Detroit getting ready for the off season. We just completed the NBA draft for 2022. We are getting ready to finalize some of our contract situations before we head into our free agency period. We're here in our office and just taking a look at what the our front office is expecting from us. So they want us to work towards the playoffs, which is hilarious because we had the third worst record in the league last season. So we clearly have a lot of work to do to progress towards the playoffs. And as far as roster demands, they want us to keep Cade Cunningham. That will not be an issue because we have picked up all of his rookie options. So he's under contract for another 3 seasons. He's not going anywhere. He will be restricted after that, and I guarantee we will be maxing him. So he is here for at least the next 8 seasons. Whether I am here the next 8 seasons remains to be seen. So let's take a look at our contracts. So as we can see, the highest paid player on our team is Kelly Olynyk. And the problem with that is, not only does he not really play for us, he has been a huge issue in the locker room. And as you can see, his organization relationship has dwindled. Last season, his team relationship was way down. He kept fighting with a lot of our players. And we really don't want him on our team. He's causing issues. He's taken up a nice chunk of the salary cap. If our front office wants us to win, I'd like to replace him with some players that would fit our timeline a little bit better. So I might look at moving him right now through a trade. We might have to give up, some sort of draft capital if we can make that happen. Josh Jackson is unrestricted free agent, but we're going to hold on to his bird rights in case we want to re-sign him and go over the cap. We have to wait to see if Corey Joseph picks up this $5.1 million player option. I have to imagine he will do so. Frank Jackson's team option, Trey Lyles' team options, we are not going to exercise them, so I imagine they will be coming off the books as soon as we advance. And Anthony Simons is restricted. We will be bringing him back. It just depends on how much money it's going to take to make that happen. So with that said, before we move on, I want to try to move Kelly Olynyk. So what I was checking out earlier is I went into the finances and looked at the cap space. We have by far the most cap space available. So we should be able to do some serious damage in free agency if we find a player that we like. But I do want to clear up that $12 million if I can. So I did notice that the Oklahoma City Thunder are $24 million under the cap. And as you can see, next year their payroll is even lower than ours. They might actually have, they still have the second lowest payroll going into next season. So that means that there's space for them to take on Kelly Olynyk. So what I'm going to try to do here is bait them into taking him off our hands by giving them a pick. As we know in the real life, Sam Presti is always looking to acquire draft picks. So what I'm going to try to do here is have them take on Kelly Olynyk, who is still a decent player, but he's just having issues in our locker room. And I am willing to move off of our next second round pick for absolutely nothing. They don't have to give us anything back. They have the cap space to take this on. As you can see, it's cap legal. It says it's to their advantage. Obviously, the engine will think it's their advantage because they're gaining 2 assets for nothing. As you can see, their weaknesses is small forward, power forward, and center. So power forward should fulfill one of those needs. They're not sure if they're rebuilding or contending. But this move is kind of in the middle. It helps them contend a little bit, gives them a little draft capital. So I'm going to make this trade and see what happens here. And it got accepted. Great. So we were able to clear that off. I think it's a win-win for both teams. If you've been following along in my videos, I try to keep things as realistic as possible. There were a few deals that got thrown my way that I could have taken for a nice young prospect, but it just didn't make sense. I think this deal makes sense. The Thunder are always looking to acquire draft capital. They had the cap space. They actually have a need for power forward, so I thought that worked out pretty well for both sides. If you don't think so or you disagree, hit me in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking there. So I think that's going to do it for all of our contract situations right now. We do have the second rounder, Michael Fortson. who is unsigned, and we don't have to sign them for a little bit. And looking at his ratings, it is a very, very good chance that we don't re-sign him. Although that ball handling at 6 is kind of intriguing, but he literally doesn't do anything else, and his shooting numbers look pretty poor to begin with. So I don't know. We could do much better. So let's advance through this contract stage and see what is available through free agency. So as we see, it looks like, okay, yep, so the team options are gone. So Frank Jackson. So these are now cap holds for Frank Jackson and Trey Lyles on those team options that we did not pick up. We're going to renounce them because um, we're not bringing them back. So we just want to clear up that cap space. It looks like Corey Joseph also declined his, which is kind of amazing that he would do so. He's 31 years old. He's not a bad player, but I don't need a cap hold of 6.1 million, so we will renounce here. Josh Jackson's a young player, a decent defender. He played okay for us, so we are not going to renounce him just in case we want to continue to bring him back. So our team salary is now sitting at 43.8 million, meaning we have $68.5 million in cap space to play with. Wow. Okay, so I want to take a look at our roster before we move forward. At point, we have 3 point guards. Cade Cunningham is obviously the stud. He's so super versatile that we could play him pretty much anywhere at the 1, 2, or 3. Meaning we could start Killian Hayes with Cade Cunningham. So with Saben Lee being our third point guard, who has incredible handles. Actually, how did he play in the D League last year? He only played 12 minutes a game, which is kind of scary. Shot 36%. Hate to see that. 29% from 3, so obviously not a shooter by any stretch. With that ball handling, you would hope he'd be able to get to the lane and shoot pretty well. And I don't think we can see shooting ratings for the G League now. But he does have the attacker badge, so he could be an interesting piece to play off the bench. Who knows? Lance Flick is our first-round pick at the 6th pick overall. He shows a little juice on the potential rating, but I mean, he better be able to shoot it from outside and inside if he's going to make a long career here in Detroit. And if he could defend a little bit, that would go a long way. So obviously shooting guard is a need here because Fortson is a guy that we very well might not be bringing back. Sadiq Bey actually is listed at small forward, but we did play him a lot at shooting guard. But at 6'8", he's got the size to play the 3, so we desperately need some help on the wing. Livers was a G League guy last year. A pretty good defender actually, and a decent shooter outside. Let's check his G League numbers to see how he shot. 45% from 3 in the G League. Not too bad. He actually might be a decent little rotation piece. But clearly we need another power forward. And we got 3 big guys that are okay. This is our second round pick, Landry Miller. We did sign him for 3 years just because he is massive at 7'2", 273, and he's got that 7 at defensive ability. So if he can just be a stopgap defender off the bench, sure, why not? And Garza played decently well for us last year in spot moments. So we kept him around. Well, he's still here for another year, so we'll see how he plays. So we're all set at center. So we desperately need a power forward and at least we need a starter on the wing, whether it be a shooting guard or a small forward. We need help, but we do have money to play with. So let's see what's happening here. Let's go through the scheduling. We'll just use default because we're not creating our own schedule. Let's check our email. Summer League. Who? Okay, so let's go to our roster and we'll throw a few guys on the Summer League. So, Saben Lee, Lance Flick, Michael Fortson, I'm not going to bring Sadiq Bey with us. It doesn't make any sense. He's a legit starter. And I'm not going to send Garza. Let's do Landry Miller. That should be fine. Let's advance. So I have pretty nice little rotation of players here. So now it's basically like a little draft we have going on here. So let's sign. How do I invite? Oh, it is selected. Okay, it's a little tough to see. Kostas, Antetokounmpo. Let's see if we can find someone that can pass the ball a little bit. Anyone stick out to us here? God, these guys can't play. Oh, here. Oh, Johan Begarin. Oh, that's a Celtics draft pick. Okay, I know that name. All right. Let's see. Any good shooters? Balmaro's a good shooter, huh? Yo, Garrison Matthews. Oh, we'll go Balmaro. Let's see. Let's grab another shooter, see if we can open it up a little bit. Weiskamp's pretty good. Alright. Probably could use a big man here. Taco Fall. Isaac Humphries. See, now that we're running with 1 to 10 ratings, it's very difficult to tell apart guys like Taco Fall, Bruno Fernando, Isaac Humphries when you're comparing offensive rebound, defense, block, steal. I mean, they're all pretty much exactly the same. Well, they are exactly the same. So it makes really looking at statistics that much more important, because we don't have, like, maybe this is a 40 for defensive rebound, but his is a 49. We don't know the difference. We can't tell the difference right now. So let's go. I'll sign Bruno. And then anybody good here? Worth Bull. Sure, why not? Now we're just trying to sell tickets at this point. All right, well, there's our squad. Let's advance to the Summer League. So let's go to our roster. I want to make sure my guys are playing. So can I control the depth chart? Let's look. Yeah, here we go. Great. So I want my actual guys that are signed to our roster playing a lot. Fortson. Where's our big dude? Aha, here he is. Livers is 6'7". 6'2". Flick 6'3". Ugh. Alright, we'll let Kostas play. Fortson stinks. I don't even know why we brought him with us. Suggest the Matrix. Well, here goes nothing, right? Check the inbox. Summer League plays here. Great, wonderful, love it. Ooh, let's check the strategy. Straight and pace and space. We're gonna go balance just to let them do their thing. Go to the office. Just want them to play straight up. Yeah, crank up that rotation. Doesn't matter. Play a little zone. That's fine. All right, let's see how we do. Hey, yo. Got one. Okay. I want to see how these young cats played. Landry Miller, 18, 10, and 2. That's our big guy that we took in the second round. But I am worried about Lance Flicks. Let's see. 12 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 for 3 from deep. I love it. Holy God, 1 for 15, Johan Bagarin. And your outside shooting is a 1 rating. Why are you shooting 15 times? Scary number. Very, very aggressive. But what are you going to do? Summer League. Okay, I'd like to see our 2 draft picks play well. Fortson stinks, but whatever. All right, let's get back to it. Let's see how we do. I'm gonna just kind of zoom through Summer League a bit. How do I get through the rest of the week? Lost to Philly. We beat Boston. It's got to be a way to finish. Oh, here we go. Sim Summer League. Let's see how we do. All right, another win. Piling them up. 4-1 in Summer League. We lost to the Wiz, and that must have been the playoffs. It's all good. All right, let's check out our stats. Should be a Summer League page, I believe. Yep. All right, let's see. Oh my God. 28% from the field. All right, let's just look at who shot the most. Bagarin, 37% from the floor, 28% from 3. Probably would have helped if you didn't shoot as much as you did. Landry Miller, what he averaged? 12.3, 9.8, and 1.3 blocks. Not bad. Livers, 11.5 points per game. Flick played pretty well, actually. Averaged 9.8, couple boards, couple assists. 54% from 3. So maybe there is a chance that he could be a producer for us this season. Who knows? Free agency begins. Thank you. Oh, here's our Summer League recap. Wiseman showing out. Let's see if any of our guys are up here. Assists per game. Anybody for us? Yep, Saban Lee. Interesting. Landry Miller, our big guy. Number 10 on rebounds per game. Blocks per game. Nope. Nobody on there for us. But there are some like legitimate NBA players here, so can't complain. In steals, we didn't have anybody. Oh, not a big deal. All right, here we go. Free agency. Let's see if we can land any big-time players. So, let's hit that overall. Ayton is a free agent. Restricted. So, I'm going to attempt to stay away from the restricted guys, only because I don't want to tie up some money and just have us lose out on them anyway. So, as you can see, the list of players, top players, are a bit on the older side. Zach Levine looks like the best option that is unrestricted. And I mean, we have so much money, we could offer him whatever he wants. But does that fit what we want to do here? Let's take a look at what he looks like. Okay, he is a bucket getter and a sharpshooter, 4-star player. Clearly can score from everywhere on the floor and a good defensive ability. He averaged in Chicago last year 20 points, 5 boards, 4 assists. Shot 45% from the floor, 38.5% from 3. He might be our best bet at landing like an instant impact player. I wouldn't hate grabbing another point guard, though. We do need a power forward, too. Covington we brought in. He was a good defender. So. Alright, I think our first line of attack is to go with Zach Levine. So I've never done this. I've never done the meetings before. These are new this year. Can I have a meeting with you? Roster likes, roster dislikes. Chance right. Promise this player they will be the man on your team. Can't do that. Big 3. Promise player you will have at least 3 4-star or better players in your roster. I don't want to make that promise. I can't promise you the conference finals. 2 players that he gets along with on the team. I just don't know. 3.5-star or better players in your roster. What? Oh, this player can be one of those players. This is an easy one right here. Well, let's ask a question here. What are the chances if we meet your demands? If you want to meet my demands, that would take either more than I am asking for or some kind of big promise to make me sign elsewhere. Girl. Okay, buddy. Well, let's try. Well, promise this player will keep at least 2 players he gets along with well on the roster. Those players can change, but you have to have at least 2. Well, let's hoop with the friends. Can we ask another question? Roster likes? Sadiq Bey, Cade Cunningham, Lance Flick, Michael Fortson, and Landry Miller. There you go. All right, hoop with friends is a good choice there. Okay, Zach, let's do this. What are you asking for? $32 million for 5 years. Top team is Detroit. Why don't I just give you what you're asking? 32037 900. I can't offer you 5 years, I'm pretty sure. So I'll do 2.5%. Yeah, can't offer more than All right, well, we pitched the hoop with friends. We're gonna make that offer. Fingers crossed we bring him in. Okay, I do want to add another point guard to our stable. DeLon Wright, pretty good defender. Brunson, I like his shooting ability. Size is a little questionable. What did Brunson? Yeah, sharpshooter too. I love that. What's he asking for? Let's take a look. He's all locked up. How do I open that up? Oh, I guess maybe we'll have a meeting with him. Three ball interest. He's a guardian. He wants to play for what doesn't matter. Agreed. There's his demand right there. 17 million. Holy God. Let's see. Chances if we meet your demand. Still be my top choice, but it would at least put you in the conversation. Okay. Let's end that meeting. Where'd you go? Let's give him a shot. Alright, let's make an offer here. So 17 mil he's asking for. I'm going to play the game here and think like, okay, he's not going to get that. We do have 36 mil in cap space, but let's see if I offer you 12.5 mil with 3.5%. Oh, excuse me. 4-year deal for 3.5%. Let's generate that. We'll make that offer. And I do want a power forward. Filter's a little slow here. Good Lord. Let's see. I would like a power forward that can shoot a little bit. It would be nice to be able to spread the floor. And of course, the best one available is Taurean Prince, but can he play? He's got the sharpshooter badge. That's interesting. Can't rebound. We do need some rebounding. Eventually, we have to put a guy on the roster that can grab a rebound here or there. I could go stopgap Robert Covington. Maybe try to sign him on the cheaper end. Dorian Finney-Smith, considered a power forward. That's interesting. Wouldn't hate. Let's see what Covington's asking. We don't have anything on him. Yeah, he agreed. He wants to play for a winner. I don't think this is going to be a match for us. All right, let's advance one day. See how we do here. And I apologize, this video is running a little bit longer. I forgot about Summer League and all that fun stuff. So let's see what happens here. Now, if we can grab a guy like Levine to put on the wing, that would make life a lot easier. Nothing happening here. Let's check the rumors. Ooh, there it is. Zach Levine questioned where he's favoring, and he's hoping to sign with Detroit. And then they say Chris Boucher is looking at signing with Chicago. 6'9" center. It's actually not too bad. Nice little player. But I can imagine he probably wants some crazy money. And for a big guy shooting 38%, yeah, no thanks. Okay, so our guys are still considering. So let's keep going. We'll advance another day. Oh, and that reminds me, I do have Anthony Simons out there, restricted. I probably should shoot him out a deal to let him know we're still here. We're thinking about him. We want him back. So, man, adding Simons with Levine would be crazy. Okay. Montrezl Harrell with the Wiz for 3 years. Nurkic stays in Portland for 4. The Lakers re-up Kendrick Nunn for 3. Okay. How do our offers look right now? How are they standing? They're still there. Sounds good to me. Rumors. Boucher still with Chicago. Boston is going after Bobby Portis. Great. Let's try to find our man Anthony Simons. Right here. We got 5 meetings left today. Okay, let's have a meeting. His demand is 12 mil over 2 years. You're staying for longer than 2 years, believe me. I like that personality type anchor. It makes me seem like he's someone who wants to be here. He's restricted, so I don't have to make any promises to him. He's going to stay here, whether he likes it or not. So let's just see who's in the running. Really, the only team that I'm serious about is the Pistons. Okay, so if you're only serious about us, 12.3 mil a year is probably more than I have to offer you. So I'm going to say we'll drop it down. So where'd he go? Up here. Let's make an offer. See if we can get him on the cheap. So like 9.5. And we can offer him up to 5 years. We'll do 3% raises. So we should be able to get him for less than his demand if he's only considering us. We didn't have to offer him right now. And actually, it would have been smarter to wait since he is restricted to see if any of these unrestricted guys sign. But we have so much cap space, I'm not really worried about it. So let's process this. See where we end up. I still do want to find like a power forward to bring in, but I think it's going to have to be someone on the cheaper side. I'm going to have to play pretty small, so no signings today. Check the rumor mill. Boucher in Chicago still talking it out. Raptors and Mitchell Robinson 3-year deal. Bruce Brown says he's looking to stay in Brooklyn. Simons is leaning towards taking our deal, obviously. So let's continue to search for a power forward. Anderson's intriguing. Just don't know how much money I want to tie up. And like really, like if we sign another big deal with Brunson, Levine, Simons, it really ties us up with what we could do in the future. Are we handcuffing ourselves to what we have here? It'd be great if there was a guy that I could just sign for like 1 year and see what happens. Like big money, and maybe if things are working out, keep him around. If not, move off of him. What is Anderson looking like? Good defender. Rebounding is so soft. So hard to find a good rebounder. I don't need a big guy, so I don't want to spend on Drummond. Boucher's getting paid. Cody Zeller. Nope, no thank you. Thompson, but like, what does that really do for me, you know? Josh Jackson's still out here, and that's like one of our better rebounders left available. That's so scary. The pickings are slim, guys. Alright, well, let's advance another day, see what happens. See if we can land any of these guys, and that could really change the outcome of who we are looking at going forward. I have a feeling we're going to land all three right now. It's calculating all that money we just spent. Nope. Couldn't have been more wrong, huh? Levine. Mitch Robinson still rumored to Toronto. Brooklyn and Bruce Brown still playing games. Simons in Detroit. Daniel Ochefu received an offer from Minnesota. Wow, good for you. Never heard of you, but you're getting an offer to play, man. Man. Do we just go after Kyle Anderson? What's he thinking? Yeah, he wants to get paid. Yeah. What are my chances right now? See who I have the most interest in. Yeah, not for. So I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take a shot. Kyle Anderson, we're gonna make you an offer. I got 16 mil left. I'm gonna give you 16 mil. Excuse me, $15 million. I'm gonna make that off a 1-year deal. See if we can find a home here. Do us a solid. Maybe put you in a position to thrive and sign a longer term deal next season. But we'll see. Maybe gives us a trade chip in mid-season if we find that like he's not fitting what we need. Any signings today? Nothing. Good Lord. All right. So what I think what's going to happen here is we're going to use the other sim button. Yep, we're the favorite, but nothing's happening. Anderson's considering signing with us. Okay. Mitch Robinson, Bruce Brown, Anthony Simons. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to advance until a bid decision. So we've got 4 offers out here. Anderson, Brunson, Levine, and Simons. So we're going to advance until something happens. Something has to happen. Either one of them declines or accepts, but we got to have some movement. We can't play this game of simming one day at a time. So let's see what we have here. Maybe we get a flood. Maybe they all decide to join forces in Detroit. And as great it would be to sign a lot of those guys. So we know Simons is coming back, but Levine would be the big piece here. Here it is. Levine, 4-year deal. Come on down to Detroit. Got it. Our old friend Trey Lyles signs with the Lakers. Trey Burke to the Cavs. So there it is. We land our big fish. Zach Levine. We got that wing scorer that we are looking for. And we're going to be able to pair him up with Simons and Sadiq Bey. So we got 3 wings to play with Cade Cunningham, which is great, great, great. Love it. I think Anderson's going to sign with us from everything we're reading here, guys. Boucher still with Chicago. Anderson received an offer from Memphis. 4 years, 64 mil. Okay. So we might not be landing him. All right. Portis, 3-year deal with Boston for 25 mil. So you know what we could do here? Doesn't look like Kyle Anderson's going to sign with us. Let's have a meeting. Oh, we can't have another meeting with him. Why? Ooh, that hurts. All right. Is Portis up here? Let's have a meeting with you. Celtics team I'm looking at most. You would have to go over above. So I don't think we're going to be able to land Kyle Anderson, but you know what? I think our money's tied up there. We could take it off, put it on Portis, and try to steal him from Boston, but looks like his mind is set on going to play with the Celtics. So let's do advance until we get another decision made. But guys, we landed Zach Levine, 4-star player, uber scorer, playing next to Cade Cunningham in Detroit. I mean, we're gonna be Sports Center. We're gonna be up and down. We should be playing fast. He's a great defender as well. So hopefully, this is the next building block for this franchise. But can we add either Kyle Anderson, Jalen Brunson, or will Anthony Simons sign our deal? Let's see what we got. We have some sort of decision coming down. Lakers sign Melo. Bulls get Boucher. Raptors get Mitch. Hawks keep DeLon Wright. The Bulls bring back Thaddeus Young. Kyle Anderson signs on with Memphis for 4 years on a team option. We tried to bring him in for 1-year deal. It is what it is. Oh, look at this. The Mavericks re-signed Jalen Brunson to a 3-year deal. Come on, man. And we were paying you more. We bring back Simons on our little bit of a team-friendly contract for 5 years. Oh, that hurts. Okay, we got 28 mil to play with. I still would like another point guard. And it hurts that we lost him. That is disheartening. Man, that hurts. Ricky Rubio wouldn't be bad. Steady ball handler, defender. So let's try to bring in some sort of steady hand veteran. So let's see. He wants 12.5 million for 2 years. 76 is your top choice. Doesn't get along with Luka Garza and Isaiah Stewart, but he likes Hayes, Livers, and Simons. So let's do this. Hayes and Simons probably aren't going anywhere, so we can hoop with friends. And let's make an offer to you. How about 10 mil, 2 years, 2% raise. Not really all that big of a deal. Can we try to pry you away from Philly? Oh, I need a power forward. I need a big guy. I need somebody. Covington, do I bring him back? At least he can rebound. Like, I need someone to grab a rebound once in a while. Let's make him an offer. Well, let's have a meeting with them. If we meet your demands, he's looking to go back to Philly. Philly traded you away years ago. You want to go back? You don't have any friends on our roster. Good thing we didn't try that. Nah, I don't dislike anybody. Celtics, Nets, Knicks, Pacers. We're not even on your list, huh? Yeah, he's not a match for us. We probably shouldn't even be chasing. God. I'd like to find someone who can defend, but also rebounds. But this is getting scary. Scary, scary. What are we going to do? Drummond's still out there. Yeah, I don't want to pay him though. He's gonna want big bucks. You know, let's just try it. Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll lure Covington in with like a big 1-year deal. He's demanding 9.2 mil. What if I just say, here's 13 mil? 1 year, 0% raise. Take it or leave it. See what happens. Rubio and Covington, a couple veterans to round out the roster, maybe. Well, let's get a decision here. I know this video is running a little bit longer than I expected. Again, I'm sorry about that, but free agency does take some time, a little effort, and we got people saying no to us, which make us very upset. Aldridge 1-year deal. Suns keep 8 for 5. Oh, there it is. Bang, bang. Covington and Rubio coming to Detroit. Love it. Okay, so that leaves us with $5.8 million in cap space. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 players on our roster. Fortson does not have a contract. He will not be receiving one anyways. So 14 guys, I think we're good from free agency, unless there's a guy out there that we see as like a sleeper, but not. I mean, I wasn't in love with the guys we already signed, so I think, you know what? Actually, I'm a little intrigued by big. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm really not. Can't do it. All right, we're gonna advance the rest of free agency. We are good in Detroit, so let's let this one run. See if there's any big time signings here, and we will end it with free agency in this episode. So let's see who signs where. Wonder how many days we even had left. We went through quite a few. So just to recap, we landed Zach Levine. We re-signed Anthony Simons. We brought in Ricky Rubio and Robert Covington, but we did lose out on power forward Kyle Anderson and point guard Jalen Brunson, who we thought we had a pretty good chance at signing. I mean, we can't complain. Our offseason started horribly with the draft lottery. We got a pretty poor draft pick, it looked like. But to rebound and sign Zach Levine was huge. So it'll be interesting to see how we pair him up with Cade Cunningham. I think we could be super versatile, especially if we move Cade off the ball at one of the two wing positions. Or if we get crazy, I'm not quite sure what Cade's rebounding numbers look like, but if we move Cade to the power forward with Levine at the 3 and Anthony Simons at the 2 with Killian Hayes running point guard or Ricky Rubio at the point guard, we could be dangerous offensively. So it'll be interesting to play around with some of these strategies. But things are looking up and will be a lot different in Detroit, that's for sure. All right, here we go. Free agency is about to come to an end. Any big name signings here? Portis, there he finally signs. A lot of one-year tender offers, so qualifying offers people are signing here. Bridges, oh, qualifying offer. Wow. Drummond to OKC for 4 years, and it didn't see that coming. A lot of one-year deals, not really worth getting jazzed up about. 2-year deal for Batum, 2-year deal for our friend Corey Joseph. Yeah, nothing crazy here. Small numbers. I mean, this late into... Oh, wow, we forgot to even consider bringing back Josh Jackson. But after we have Zach Levine, I'm not really too worried about it. And 2 years, 19.4, I wasn't going to pay him, $9.5 million for that. So just not going to happen. So nothing crazy here. So we're going to finish it off there with free agency. So what does that leave us? Leaves us with our rookie options. We'll take a look at a few of those. Get ready for the next season. Put together our depth chart and all that fun stuff. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks for sticking around. This is a long episode, but I think things are looking good for Detroit right now. The only way we can go is up. See you next time.